Gosh, that's swell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have ladies in here, right?
Yeah, we have some ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, both Grady's in here.
All
Good
right.
evening, got Miss Carrington there.
Oh, wait, we
Yeah.
gotta change this background up here. We gotta change this
Oh, yeah.
background. We're doing multiple streams tonight, right?
Yeah, multiple
So
streams.
multiple streams it is. Let's get a multiple streams background going. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's more like it.
How's everybody doing?
How's everybody feeling? Who we have on the line? We have a few people. Ray, Miss Carrington, how are you? Pleasure to meet you. I don't think we've ever spoke or spoken.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. Nice flower.
Thank you.
W's iPhone. Who's W? Who's W in here?
Is your name Wes?
Nah, that's me, guys. Yo, what's up, Wes? What's up? What's up, Mario?
Who's this? Is this Frank?
Frank.
Frank! What's up, Frank?
Hey,
Frank texted me just in time today, actually, too.
Yes, sir. Long time no
Okay.
see, but I'm happy to be
Long
back
time
in
no
the
see.
mix.
Welcome back. What you been up to?
You've been getting money.
Ah,
That's
same old, much of nothing, really. You know,
Come on, same old.
working. Just working. You know.
Every day you should wake up with an agenda to create some energy. You know, energy is currency. You know, always searching for the next thing, next opportunity. You know, touching base with somebody new, connecting with somebody new, interacting with somebody new. You never know what the universe can bring you when you put out good energy. And that's what it's about, you know?
And that's for sure right on. All right. So let me get to this. Your email here. Yeah, get to your email. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mario Gonzalez. This is my partner, Wes Musenyak, and we are the owners and founders of Life Designers. Also, our sister or subsidiary company, Multiple Streams Group. All right. So today's presentation, today's little seminar is going to go over the whole multiple streams concept, right? And the multiple streams concept is pretty much exactly how it sounds. You know, you want to create multiple streams of income for yourself. Who wants to really be stuck at, you know, one job, making one income and, you know, trading your time for money? The idea is to create multiple streams of income for yourself so you can kind of sit back and let your money work for you, right? That's the game of the game. So today's presentation and today's seminar is going to be talking about the different types of income. We'll get into dividend income. We'll get into rental income. We'll get into, you know, all types of different income. We'll show you opportunities that you have with us, with Multiple Streams Group, and different ways you can start creating residual income for yourself. We will talk about a mindset. You know, we'll get into a mindset that, you know, we feel everyone must have before getting into any type of venture or anything. You know, it all starts up here in the mind. And then we'll go ahead and open up the floor. I think we have a couple guest speakers today, or maybe at least one guest speaker to talk about another stream of income. So I'll let Wes get into a little bit of introduction on his part, and then we can get into the quick PowerPoint presentation. So we have Miss Carrington here. We have Mr. Ray. We have Mr. Jason. Is that Jason Cook? And we have Frank Williams. And the waiting room is disabled, so anyone coming in is going to go ahead and join at their leisure. So take it away, Wes.
Yeah, so welcome. Good evening. My name is Wes. You know, we started this group with some entrepreneurs and business owners, you know, like-minded individuals, you know, not only just looking for to enrich their life or better their life, but always looking for opportunities to create, you know, financial stability, increase wealth. And the idea is, you know, you do it for yourself, but, you know, you pass the information down the line to, you know, the people that you love. And at the end of the day, I imagine no one wants to really be, well, you don't mind, but no one wants to really be successful by themselves. You know, when you're in the space of abundance, you want to be with the people you love and the people you trust, the people that, you know, you want to have a drink with, you know, you want to sit down and have dinner with. And there's nothing better than that, because as human beings, you know, we are, you know, people that look for each other. We are species that look for each other. We need to be connected with another human being in order to feel good. So whether it's your family, close friends, or even just people that you meet that just like have that same ideology, that connection, you know. So you know, you want to be able to build with people, and in order for you to, you know, get your network to grow, you have to do that with individuals. So you want to be able to bring clean people to the table. When I say clean, you know, people with the right mindset. You definitely don't want to be around naysayers, skeptics, and you know what we say about skeptics: you can't be broke and be skeptical at the same time.
Doesn't make sense.
It's like oil and water; it just doesn't go. It doesn't work. So, and if you lack information because, you know, you're a skeptic, whatever, yeah, it's exactly that. You lack information, or you lack education, and anybody that, you know, that comes to our vicinity that has that kind of mindset, automatically off the back, we know who they are. We identify who that person is, and we know they need a little bit of training. So we advise anybody that's a member of Life Designers, anybody that's a member of Multiple Streams Group, to constantly train your brain. Train your brain, elevate the mindset. And the mindset is this: you know, majority of the world are looking for opportunity. They think things are going to be a quick thing. They're looking for the quick fix. You know, that's why people play the lottery. They think they're going to play the lottery. They hope, oh my God, if I get $100 million, great. So they're looking for that quick, get me rich now. And they'd rather do this every day opposed to educating themselves, right? Reading a book. Like Mario and I, my partners, you know, anybody that's extended families of ours, we make sure that we're reading every single day of our lives. We are reading something. I'm doing about 3-4 books per week. I'm trying to even elevate that, doing more books. You know, we have mental stability. So the idea is you want to have a solution for whatever problems you may have in your life. Because if you don't have certain education, and if you have a problem, you're not going to know how to fend for yourself. And in order for you to fend for yourself, you have to have information. You know, so, and if you're going to go anywhere, you know, you want to be able to read certain things that's pertaining to your passion, that's connected to your soul, that you can see yourself doing for the next 100 years. As a life designer, you know, taking care of people and helping people with their finances, their credit, you know, giving them income stability, opportunity. If somebody didn't pay me for that, and the fact that I can do that for somebody and they feel good and they change their life around, that's a blessing. You know what kind of endorphins you build in your system, the kind of chemical that builds up in your body, your brain, that keeps you healthy and have a good life. A lot of people suffer from mental health at their own, just, you know, because of themselves, because of what they're not willing to do. They're not willing to get information to get over stress. Stress is something that we allow ourselves to do, to have, because we're not willing to train ourselves enough to have a solution to get to combat stress. Stress is because you're not willing to do the work to get over that. Stress lives with everybody if you allow it to be stressful. So we are individuals that we don't live in stress. We're not, when stress come around, we don't add stress on top of stress. And that's why we teach emotional intelligence. You will see. So moving forward, the people that's a part of this group are successful people. Our Multiple Streams group have multiple opportunities. And the people that's a part of this group already and they're winning, they're making no less than 10K per month of income. All right, so we're talking about people are making more than that. You're talking about 15, 20, 30. There's people that's making even 50. That's part of our structure. And we want to be able to pass this information along to different, you know, people that wants to buy into what we got going on. And at the same time, you know, we want to educate. We want to make sure that you know what's in front of you, because you're not going to know an opportunity that's in front of you if your mindset is not there. Everything's going to look like gibberish. Everything's going to sound gibberish. It's going to look like blah because you're not there yet. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Mario get into his mode, and we'll continue.
All right. So yeah, no, well said. Everything that Wes is saying is on point. This is something that we reiterate to each other every single day that we're alive. You know, we constantly repeat this to ourselves, and we know not to add certain amounts of stress. And we know that certain financial situations will add that stress, right? So we want to create opportunities for people so that we can alleviate some of that stress. And we know that, you know, money is the biggest thing, one of the biggest things. So that can really, really add stress and health issues and mental issues and all types of stuff. So, you know, just us, like Wes said, doing our research and reading books and getting into everything that we can possibly get into, we said, you know what, we have to start creating multiple streams of income for ourselves. And we have to start being able to offer these services to our constituents and to our members. Hence the name Multiple Streams Group, LLC. A group, oh, look, I'm looking back like I can read it on the wall. A group of visionaries generating, what does it say? A group of visionaries generating a lifetime of wealth, right? Visionaries, that's a powerful word. We're all visionaries here. You know, we all have some type of dream or vision to become successful, and we want to put those into fruition. So we created the Multiple Streams Group concept, which we'll get into in a second. But again, once you start out with our program, once you get into our program, that's always the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to get you to a space where you have an abundance of income. You are sitting back on an island somewhere and you are letting that money work for you. That's the goal everyone should have. That's why people want to get into real estate. This is why people want to, you know, make investments, become the bank. They want to invest their money and at a point sit back and let that money work for them. Working at a job for 42 years, I'm sorry to say, it's really not going to get you there. I mean, you may get there after you're 65 years old and you have about, what do we say, 11 seconds to enjoy it? 11 minutes?
11 minutes.
11 minutes, okay. So you have to, you know, think about becoming that, the cash flow quadrant. We always talk about the cash flow quadrant. And you want to be on the right side of that quadrant where you have your business, it's running on its own, and you're sitting back and living off of your investments. And that's what the elite of the elite do. And, you know, we saw the video earlier. I don't know if you guys, whoever was here watching the Grant Cardone video, we put these videos on because it's energy. And we like to create energy. And a lot of things that he talks about is really, really relevant, you know, and he's super bold, super blunt. He has an unapologetic attitude where he's like, you know what, this is what you have to do. This is, you know, you can't what if your life, the rest of your life. You can't what if the rest of your life. You have to, at some point, you know, cross that threshold and take a risk. So again, we're going to get into the quick presentation here and sit back, relax, grab your drink, whatever you're doing. I can't see any of your faces right now. So I don't know if you guys are in the shower, on the toilet, whatever, but just hang out with us for a little bit. Let me get into this. And there's Jason, my man. Jason, you got that there's probably an imprint in that spot on you. What's that, your bed? It's probably an imprint there.
Yeah, man, but I'm in my bed working, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I like to hear.
It goes back to what you were saying. You may want to be in real estate like Flipposaurus, but and that's what I'm working on right now. So,
that's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Jason's a fellow life designer, by the way. He's one of our senior consultants, and he's been with us a few years now. He's been through our process. He's seen the light. He's touched the money. He's invested the money, and he's back. He's here, a certified life designer, and he is hungry. So
and getting ready to get more money. Add that too.
And getting ready to get more money. And that's the beauty of the company. You know, you go through the system, you get your situation right, you spend it, you come back, you get some more, and you just keep that circle kind of
even
moving,
if you fall flat on your face, you come back, we get right back at it again.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this PowerPoint. It's fun. This is gonna be a fun informational PowerPoint. I like to get, it's one of my favorites actually. Multiple streams. By the way, we have many events throughout the month.
Yes,
if
let's go
you-
through that real quick.
If you go to our website, lifedesignersllc.com, we'll put it in the chat. You can go to our media and events tab page, and you can see all the events we have listed there. How to become a life designer masterclass, multiple streams of income, seminar. We have the Entrepreneurs on Deck speed networking event, which is super fun. It's actually Zoom here as well, where we start to network with a bunch of people. You have 2 minutes with a person you don't even know, and you guys start to talk for 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes is up, we switch you off to another person. We have the Health, Wealth, and Good Credit Book Club. That's a book club that we have that we recommend all types of our reading material. We encourage you guys to share your reading material, and we just kind of host a book club every couple of weeks so we can kind of talk about what we've learned and what we've studied over the past month or two or whatever.
It's about training that brain, elevating that mindset so you can get on that path to success and stay there and never have to really go back.
Right, exactly. We have the Health, Wealth, and Good Credit Blueprint to Fantastic Living overview. This is an amazing, that's tomorrow night, 6:30, an amazing course where we talk about health, wealth, and good credit. We also have an ebook that's minutes away or it's days away from being done. We'll cover all those topics.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. I mean, we have all time. And then on Saturday mornings, every morning, I host a Inspire Fitness Body Attack. And we have to make sure we take care of our bodies as much as we take care of our finances, as much as we take care of our mind. And that's every Saturday, 9 a.m. But again, you can go to the website, check the events out, and kind of browse through it. Get familiar with the website and see really what we're about. So again, if you know anyone who's looking for more information, definitely invite them to the Zoom. If you have access to the link right now, just send it out to a bunch of people. Have them join. The waiting room is disabled. So
check us out on social media. Follow us. We'll follow you back. The idea is to continue networking with us. We'll continue to network with you. We'll give you some ideas, give you some opportunities. We want some opportunities from you as well. So let's keep going.
absolutely. All right. So if you guys have any questions as I'm going through the presentation, just drop them in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer those questions at the end of the presentation. I'm putting the website
To the moon and back.
in the chat so you guys can go ahead and check it out. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Enough talking. Let's talk some more. All right. Can you guys see that? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see it. Where's
Yeah, I
Jason?
can see it.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. All right, so multiple streams of income, multiple streams group. Again, I mentioned who I am. My name is Mario Gonzalez. I'm one of the founders and owners of Life Designers. This is my co-owner, my co-founder to my right, to your left probably, Wes. We are the owners of multiple businesses. I own a company, Inspire Fitness, Life Designers, Credit Rental, Health, Wealth, and Good Credit, Multiple Streams Group. I mean, you kind of get the gist of where we're going. We want to create multiple streams of income. I want to thank you guys for attending this event today,
Thank you.
where we introduce the whole multiple streams group concept. And hopefully the idea is for us to further your understanding of who we are and what we can do to help you, right? So just, again, if you guys have any questions, just kind of keep it to the end of the PowerPoint so that we can save here on time. Mute your phones if you haven't already. I think everybody's muted already, or mute your computer, and kind of hold the questions to the end. So multiple streams group, the investment club, right? Doesn't that sound like you want to be part of that? You want to be part of the investment club. It's a club of visionaries, elite people who are taking their money and investing it. You guys saw Grant Cardone in the beginning. He was saying money in the bank is just storage money. It's just being stored there. You know what I mean? And after a while, what happens to things that are stored in the cabinet? It starts to collect mold. It starts to collect dust. People steal it. Rats get to it. All types of stuff. At a certain point, you have to start taking that money and investing it.
Put it out there.
It's
not doing nothing in your bank account.
Not doing anything in your bank account. The only people that are making money off that money in the bank is the bank. So again, this money, like Grant Cardone said, this money has to make babies. And those babies have to make babies. And those babies have to make So your money wants to be a great super thousand great grandfather or mother. You know what I mean? So that's the idea.
Good one.
Take that money and make that money make babies and let that money work for you. So we want to introduce the investment club. And again, this is a group of visionaries that take their money and invest it. And, you know, they live on the right side of that quadrant. And that's another class. That's the Life Designer Masterclass every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Just so you know. All right. So the concept, right? So before we get into the meat and potatoes, before we get into the whole meat of this whole presentation, let me talk a little bit about how this whole multiple streams group concept came to be. Networking events, right? Wes and I attend many networking events before COVID, obviously. This is a new world. So, but before COVID, we attended a bunch of networking events. That's the only way for us, not the only way, but one of the main ways for us to meet new people and to really get our product and concept out there. So at these networking events, we met people who had an assortment of platforms that we wanted to be a part of. You know, a bunch of business owners that we met that we wanted to be a part of it. And there seemed to be some type of common denominator among these people. And it was all that we wanted to explore entrepreneurship and to, at some point, become financially independent. So we got our, you know, Wes and I started thinking like we always do, and our wheels started turning, and we created the Multiple Streams Group. You know, we've created that concept. And what we do is we collectively pool our resources together and we help each other, you know, us, me and him and our members. We help each other achieve our goals, and we try and track our progress from business to business or business to everyone by following these set structures. So that's how the Multiple Streams Group concept came to be. Now, I'll talk a little bit now, and this next slide is going to talk a little bit about why having Multiple Streams Group is important. And we touched on it a little bit in the beginning when we were kind of making this introduction. So it's not a mystery, right? It's not a mystery why we might want multiple streams of income. In fact, there's a bunch of reasons why we want multiple streams of income, and every reason can be different for everyone. But let's take a look at a few of them here. Job security, right? Job security. You know, the majority of people have a 9-to-5 job, like we said before. The majority of America is working a 9-to-5 or, you know, a 10-to-10 or 8-to-8 or whatever this schedule is. But unfortunately, at some point, right, the security of this job may be jeopardized, hence COVID-19, right? So what having multiple streams of income will do for you, it'll ensure in case a job loss happens, you'll have some money coming in your way each month, right? You want to create that. So let's say you're working at a job and, you know, all of a sudden COVID happens and then you've been there 25 years and they decide to pull the rug from under you. Well, I'm okay because now I'm invested in real estate. You know, if you have multiple streams, you're not going to suffer as much because you've invested your money. You're invested in real estate. You have a business on the side. You have multiple streams of income, and that's the idea. So what multiple streams will do, if a job loss does happen, you still have money coming in your way each month, and that's what going to do what in turn? It's going to alleviate a lot of that stress, and having that stress can bring all types of issues, health issues, mental health issues, you know, stressful situations with your partner, with your wife, with your kids. You know what I mean? Like, so
Domino effect.
it's a domino effect. You know what I mean? So that's one of the main things, you know, diversification. Just to kind of keep it simple, diversification is you want to spread your money across a bunch of different assets to help protect you during these downturns. Right? That means you want to have a bunch of different passive revenue generating income streams. You might earn more on your day job than others, but you still have other streams to offset it should something happen. Like I said before, you know, you may earn more at your day job. You may make 100 grand, 150 grand, but at least if something happens, maybe you get sick or whatever, you have a bunch of other income streams that are going to go ahead and sustain you. You want to retire earlier in life. Right? Not everyone's going to have high income. Not everyone's going to make over 6 figures in their career. And this is going to create limitations for you. It's going to create limitations in your savings. It's going to create limitations in your investments. But having multiple streams of income, it's going to elevate your saving and investment rates, right? Which in turn is going to compound a lot quicker for you. And of course, we want to make more money. You know, who doesn't want to make more money? This is probably one of the most evident advantages of having multiple streams of income. So Simply put, more capital in your pocket can help you reach your financial goals that much quicker, and you live that much more of a more comfortable life, and help you pay any debts off any debts you have a lot quicker. That's why it's important. You know, I really don't feel that it needs much explanation of why having a bunch of streams of income are important, but I just wanted to touch on a few. So we're going to get into different types of income, or different types of different streams of income in a second. There's a book that we read. It's by an author. His name is Tom Corley, and the name of the book is called Rich Habits. So I'll put that in the chat after this too. Google the book Rich Habits. The author's name is Tom, T-O-M, Corley, C-O-R-L-E-Y. And what he did was he studied the habits of millionaires during a 5-year study of the rich and the poor. And these are some of his findings as it pertains to millionaires and their income stream. 65% of self-made millionaires had 3 streams of income. That's a good majority of self-made millionaires had 3 streams, only 3 streams of income. What do you feel about that? What does that say to you?
That's the direction you want to be on.
3 streams, and they're self-made. 45% of self-made millionaires had 4 streams, and 29% had 5 or more. I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me, you know? So it just shows you that if you set yourself up properly, just a mere 3 streams can get you to living that financial free life that you've always dreamed about. So basically, having multiple streams of income is the same idea as diversifying your investment portfolio, right? You want to spread your assets across different platforms, right? You want to have diversification. When one income stream suffers, like I said before, the other is going to make up for it. This is one of my favorite parts of this presentation, right? These are some of the quotes that we go over and we repeat to ourselves. And those of you guys who've been on this call before with us have heard it 100 times. But we're going to say it again because we need to say it. We need to keep repeating it.
Repetition is key.
We need to keep saying it because there's something that's called muscle memory, right? And when you constantly pound something into your brain, eventually it's going to stick. You know, and this is why we do these seminars, because and some of you might have seen this presentation before, but it's fine because, this is what repetition is key, just pounding it into your brain. There's a reason why we remember songs from 20 years ago, right? We remember songs from 20 years ago. We can hear a song and we know every word, like if it came out yesterday. But we can't remember what we ate for breakfast this morning. We can't remember our kids' birthdays. I can't even remember what I did this morning. You know what I mean? I remember my kid's birthday, by the way, just so you know. I don't even know. Anyway, so Rome wasn't built in a day. Wes touched on this before. If you think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, if you think this is a get-rich-quick, get-rich overnight situation,
Let's get off this line
leave
right now.
this call right now. Leave.
Not gonna happen.
Get out of here. It's not going to happen. It takes time. It takes time. You have to really be invested into what you do. You have to put the effort in. You have to build that foundation, and eventually you can sit back and start benefiting from the fruits of your labor, right? If you look closely, most overnight successes take a long time, right? Outside looking in, you may say, wow, where did Uber come from? That's crazy. They just became a multi-trillion-dollar company. They went public. Well, look at Facebook. But this is years and years and years of hard work and effort. You know what I mean? What do I like to say? We read a book somewhere where they interviewed Warren Buffett. And they asked Warren Buffett, they said, Warren, your investment concepts are so simple to understand. They're so easy to understand. Why doesn't everyone just adapt that concept and apply it? And his answer was this: because nobody wants to get rich slow, right? No one wants to get rich slow. Everyone wants that quick turnaround. Like Wes said, they play the lotto and they hope and they
Every
waste
day
money.
they
How
play
much
the
money do people waste on lottery hoping for that bailout? You know what I mean? If you look closely, most of the overnight successes have taken a long time. You know what I mean? You have to trust the process. You have to know that it's a
Process.
process and you have to be involved. You can't just expect a bailout. You can't expect stimulus check.
No one's coming to save you, by the way.
Right,
No one.
right,
Not the
absolutely,
government, not your mama, not your papa, not us.
right,
You have to be out there.
absolutely. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know, this kind of touches on what we already talked about. And trust the process. Trust the process. Your time is coming. Do the work and the results will handle themselves.
It's inevitable.
Tony Gaskins.
It's inevitable.
So there's another quote that I like to kind of touch on, and it kind of correlates with this, and it's my favorite. I didn't put it on the slide because I want to just say it. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. Instead, focus on making one small change at a time. Over time, those small changes will add up to a big transformation, right? Chip away, put the work in, chip away. You're gonna fall on your face, keep chipping. You might fail, keep chipping.
That's the only way you learn.
You know, back against the wall or not, keep chipping away. You have a vision, you have a goal. Don't think that it's gonna happen in 1 second overnight. It takes time. Jason, you know how it is. Blake, is Blake here? Blake is here, right?
Yeah.
You guys know, you have to trust the process. And when you're mentally stable, when you're emotional intelligence,
I'm here with Mario. I definitely trust the process.
absolutely. And when your emotional intelligence and your mental is under control, there's really not much that's going to disturb that. You know, there's nothing that's going to disturb your progress moving forward. So that's the idea. Trust the process. Bottom line, guys, success takes time.
What's your quote? Your
Which one?
Improbable?
Which one? Oh, improbable, unlikely. Things are never impossible, right? They're improbable, unlikely, never impossible, right? And once you start to say that I can't do this, this is impossible, you're
done.
you
You're
defeated
defeated.
yourself.
Finish.
You defeated yourself.
And let me give you this one. You can't do greater things if you aren't doing great things already. Do you hear me? You can't do greater things if you aren't doing great things already. So get on it.
Get on it. So again, like I said, bottom line, guys, success takes time. Let us show you how to deprogram and reprogram your current state of mind so you can learn how to trust the process. And when I say deprogram and reprogram, again, those of you guys have heard this, we're going to keep repeating it. Think about an oil change in your car, right? You have to flush all that old, bad, dirty oil out of your system first.
Yep.
Before you can start adding new oil. That's the mentality we need you to have when it comes to creating multiple streams of income for yourself and really creating generational wealth and being successful. That was good. I like that. All right. So I'll get into the types of income streams really quick. And again, these are just 7. These are the main, some of the main 7 types of income streams. And each one of these income streams there's different opportunities and multiple opportunities: earned income, business income, interest income, dividend, rental income. There's many different ways to come here. And we feel like we have to really educate people on what different streams are before we can start putting them into making money. Because if you don't understand what these income streams are, then it's really not going to work for you either. So we put together this little thing. And I'll break down, like I said, in this next slide, I'll break down the type of income streams. First one, earned income, day-to-day job. Most people's primary source of income, right? This one's pretty easy to understand. You trade your time for money. Time is the most valuable thing we have on this planet. It's never going to stop for anyone, and you can't get it back, right? So you trade your time for money. You go to work 8 to 12 hours a day. You get a paycheck, bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, however you earn your income for your services.
I think it's horrible.
Right, but it's a stream of income, right? Nonetheless, business income. You own a business. You either make and you sell something, or you provide a service, and you earn money doing it, right? Business owners, and there's a difference between business owners and being self-employed, right? That's we get into that too on the masterclass. So there's a difference. Know that.
Self-employed, you own the business. You own the job. Self-employed, you own the job.
Right.
And you're
The
stuck.
job owns you, really.
And you stuck there 15, 20 hours a day as well. So we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. So yeah, business income. You own a business, you have a service, you have a product, you sell it, you make some income, right? Interest income. Now, interest income is the income you make from lending money out, right? Like the banks do, like credit card companies do, like, these lenders do, interest income. At a certain point, we want to become the bank. We want to be able to lend our money out and earn income doing it. So it could be CD, P2P lending, real estate crowdfunding, funding a fix and flip deal, AKA hard money lenders. Hard money lenders lend money out too, maybe at higher interest rates, but they lend it out and they make their interest doing it. Or simply putting money in a savings account. You can put your money in a savings account, right? Let's put 10,000 in a savings account. Let's earn less than 1% interest on that 10,000. At the end of the year, you'll get a nice little return of $1, maybe $2, right? And you'll earn interest on that money over a very long, slow, drawn out period of time. Again, the concept is to become the bank, and that's another class. Dividend income, right? Dividend income is money that's distributed as a result of owning shares of a company, right? So you buy a few shares from a company, now you become what's called a shareholder, and you get a weekly, a monthly, or a quarterly distribution on the shares you just purchased. That's another way. People invest in startups, right? They buy shares of a company, public companies, whatever it is. They buy a portion of the company and they get distributions every so often to have a stream of income. Rental income, right? How many people on this call want to get into real estate? I'm sure everyone does. And that's probably the most popular way to make money on this planet. As long as people need somewhere to live, you'll make money off of real estate. Simple and plain, right? You own something and you rent it out. It's probably the most common, like I said. A rental property, a multifamily apartment, things of that nature. You rent something in exchange for monthly payments. So that's probably the most popular. And again, this is something that we'll be able to get you into once you get through the process, or if you're already there and you need to, kind of set that up already. Capital gains. Capital gains is money that you've earned when you sell an investment like a stock. So you buy some stock for some super cheap, low price when the market's nice and low. Maybe Apple, maybe Bitcoin, whatever you guys. I don't know how many people are invested in the stock market right now. It's a complicated monster, and you have to educate yourself. But then when the market goes back up, you go ahead and you sell that and you make a nice profit. There's capital gains. And royalties and licensing. This is one of my favorites I like to get into too, because it's, these artists and musicians and anybody who's an influencer or any creator out there is eating off of their royalties from 1971. You know what I mean? You guys know who Vanilla Ice is. I'm probably dating myself here, but he's still eating off that Ice Ice Baby song till this day. Till this day, he's eating off of that. And I'm sure you guys can name a few more who are still eating from these royalties. You create a product, you create an idea or a process, and you let someone use it. And then they're gonna pay you a small fee every time they do. So for instance, you are Wes, the opera singer. You sing opera? He creates a song, right? A big company like Apple comes and says, hey, Mr. Musenyak, I love that song. I want to put it in my next commercial for the release of the new iPhone or something similar. And Wes says, okay, great, do it. Well, guess what? Wes is getting paid every time they play that song in his commercial. Every time, any movie it's used in, any commercial, any marketing material, anytime they play that song, Wes is getting paid for it. So it's important to, for my musicians out there, for my creators, start setting that up. Because, there's a lot of money to be made. Trust me, there's people living on their royalties that don't even have to leave their house anymore.
Generational wealth too.
Right, and that gets passed down to your kids and their kids and their kids. Think about Michael Jackson. That's a great, I should use that one from now on, actually. I'm going to start, forget Wes the opera singer, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, think about that for a second. I didn't get off and off. Let's just leave it there. Michael Jackson. Yeah. You know what it is. You know what it is. All right. So what opportunities do you have with us, right? You're probably wondering, okay, what opportunities do we have? Well, here they are. Health, Wealth, and Good Credit. That's a company that we have. That's another company that we have a whole MLM structure for it's going to blow your mind and if you attend the class tomorrow night, You'll learn all about the MLM structure, about health, wealth, and good credit. You'll learn about the opportunities. I mean, this is a company we developed where we'll show you how to live an extraordinary life by following these simple concepts, these simple categories: health, wealth, and good credit. Everyone gets rich. Credit rental, right? There's another company we own. And I'll get into this company a little more later once we get, kind of past this little section. But it's a company where you can basically buy and sell trade lines, and you pretty much rent your credit out and you get paid for it, right? So imagine having your credit to a point where now you can rent it out and you're getting paid and someone else is benefiting off of your good credit.
That's part of the credit design.
Exactly. That's part of the credit design. Identity IQ. Identity IQ is credit report monitoring. And, guys, I can't emphasize enough. And you guys who are on this call with me, my life designers and, aspiring life designers, you guys know how important it is to monitor your credit and your identity and protect it. How many people know of someone or know someone that has been affected by some sort of identity theft? It's a killer.
In the past 5 days, I had three clients that came in complaining about how they were part of some fraud. Some money was taken from them, their bank account was stolen or something like that, and they were just stressing out. But it's a big problem, especially after COVID too.
I recommend that, we monitor our identities and our credit and our finances. I mean, we do it every day. I mean, I personally check every day because you never know. A good majority of your profile can be compromised and you may not even know anything about it. I think we have somebody on the call who was affected by something like this. But anyway, identity IQ. And again, I'm getting into these because these are not the only ones. I'm just saying this right here is the package. This is everything you need in your life that's going to go ahead and situate you to make you say, you know what, they're right. I need to leave this 9-to-5 situation because everything that I have in this 9-to-5 is right here, right? Your health is good. Your wealth is good. You're using your credit and you're making money doing it. You're protecting your identity. And I'll get into the next one, legal shield, legal plan.
That's the life. What Mario's going through right now is what we call the life design. Design your life. You have to protect it. You have to have the financial design, have all these things in order so you can move in that direction and stay there.
What's the question most people have, Wes? Well, what happens if I leave my job? What about the security? What about the health insurance? What about the life insurance? What about my? Well, here it is. Here it is, right here for you. All these categories. Let me get into it. Legal shield, legal planning. As a citizen of this great United States of America, you have rights, right? Why not protect these rights with your very own legal team? Why pay $10, $15, $20, $30,000 retainers to lawyers when you can have a law firm in your pocket across the U.S. where you can call if you get in trouble with traffic tickets, and especially now with all this injustice going on, you want to make sure you are protected.
Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely, 100%. You want to make sure you're protected. Now all of this stuff, if you get into an identity situation or if you get into some type of trouble, you're protected legally, right? And you can make money doing it, and I think we had a gentleman that was going to go into that tonight, but I don't think he can make it. But there's also a marketing plan where you can start making money off of referrals with Legal Shield. So there you go. Now you start making money. There's another stream of income. Primerica, financial literacy, financial planning.
Number one.
Financial literacy, financial planning, financial literacy, right? We have to know what to do with this money. We have to know how to manage your assets. We have to know how to do that. We have to be able to plan properly. We have a coach, Blake. You know the situation. Blake, I think, is probably going to. I think he was going to get into a presentation about this, but again, Blake knows what it is. A coach, they're going to show you how to rearrange your existing assets and develop a solid financial roadmap for you and your family and your community and everyone else and your businesses. Forex, Forex is day trading. You guys probably heard of that, foreign exchange. It stands for foreign exchange. Setting yourself for residual income by just simply trading hundreds of foreign exchange currencies for cash, Bitcoin, all types of stuff. And that, again, that's trading. That's also another income stream for those of you who are interested in day trading. Great platform, great way to make residual income. And Herbalife Nutrition. Herbalife Nutrition. Some of you guys may be familiar with Herbalife. We are all Herbalife. He's actually an Herbalife supervisor. I'm a distributor. We have a few people on
The
the
whole
call.
entire family, just so you know. That's
Again, you have to remain fit, right? And fitness, most people think, all right, well, I gotta remain physically fit. No. It's not just physical. It's mental, financial, and physical, right? That's fitness right there. When you have all of those three together working for you, what more can you ask for?
your spirit becomes clean. Your spirit becomes, you feel good.
You have to do it. So again, Herbalife is what we all have been doing for, a very long time now. And it's another stream of income. There's also a marketing platform for you to start making money using Herbalife. Take care of your bodies, take care of your mind, take care of your money.
You're actually sponsored by us.
Yeah, we have a bunch of, here we go. I don't know if they can see it here. Oh yeah, the background's kind of messing it up. They're actually one of our sponsors. We failed to mention. Sorry, Herbalife. We talk about you guys so much that we forget sometimes. But anyway.
And by the way, we are district leaders for Primerica.
There you go. District leader, Primerica, right? Another way to make money. So let's get into this one. Health, wealth, and good credit. At Health, wealth, and good credit, we believe that every one of you guys, every human on this planet is being designed to be extraordinary, right? You want to live a fulfilled life with purpose. You want to live a fulfilled life with excitement, as well as feeling alive, like we just said, feeling alive, healthy. That's what we consider a normal life, right? What we can do is we'll help you meet the requirements for this life by just introducing these fundamental categories: health, wealth, and good credit.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You have to make everything you do a lifestyle. If you don't, you're not gonna go further. You're gonna fizzle out, and you're gonna start all over. You're just gonna let life hit you again. Now you just fell to the wayside.
Right. Oh, by the way, I know this is the book. This is the ebook that's going to be available free for all members. You must become a member to get access to this book for free. If not, you're going to have to buy it. But it'll behoove you to have the book nonetheless. It's the Guide to Health, Wealth, and Good Credit: The Blueprint to a Fantastic Life. That's going to be on the website, written by myself, Wes, and the Life Designer team. So with the health component, what we do is we want to work on optimizing your mind to clarify your beliefs, improve your self-esteem, your emotional intelligence, like we always say, your mental, your physical health, and we want you to realize your sole purpose. What's your purpose on this planet?
Oh, you gotta have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, man, mental health comes from that too. Like, you know how you get caught up in a run, you're like, oh my God, what to do? I don't know what's going on. You haven't found your purpose. You haven't found a passion. You have to find it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've been working a job 25. You better find your purpose, because or else you're gonna feel miserable, and you're not gonna feel like success is around the corner for 1 second. We can do this for the next 100 years. We're not even getting paid.
Right.
You understand me?
Absolutely. But don't feel pressured. Like there's a lot of people that I know that haven't really found what they want to do, but they know they want to do something, right? That right there is it. That's good. Because I know people now that are 35, 40, 50 years old, they really haven't really zoned in on that calling yet, but they know that they have a calling. So if you set yourself up with these, different opportunities, that might come. You might start to say, you know what, it might waken up the sleeping giant. It might awaken the sleeping giant, and you might come out and say, you know what, this is what I'm meant to do. You know what I mean? So the wealth component, what we do is we help our members develop and maintain a plan on how to build and manage your finances. We want to make sure that you manage your finances properly. We help you remember that there's more to wealth than just being rich.
Yeah.
right? It's not about being rich and all that. Define rich, really, define wealth, define that. So your relationships, your peace of mind, your attitude, your attitude in life, your attitude in your career. These are some of the things that other than money, you need in order to live a truly wealthy life, right? It's not all about money all the time. Yes, if you stick to it, the money's going to follow, but that shouldn't be your focus. You know what I mean? And then, of course, there's the good credit, right? And if you have a good credit score, you'll almost always win. And I say almost because, actually, I'll say almost because there's certain factors that you have to have in place. So, and that's what we'll get, we'll kind of put that in perspective for you, but you'll almost always qualify for the best and lowest interest rates on anything that you're trying to borrow, credit card, loan, lines of credit, whatever it is. You'll pay lower financing charges for any type of mortgage or any type of credit cards or car loans, whatever, what have you. I mean, good credit is the foundation of having a free life, so to speak. And we understand that. And we've developed this part of the company because we know that the credit is the foundation. That's why we have it as a component of our company. It's not our company, but we have this as a foundation because we know that unless you have a rich uncle or you have access to millions of dollars or you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, then you're going to need to borrow the money at some point to get where you need to go.
There's no problem using other people's money. In fact, that's a nice thing to do.
You heard Grant Cardone in the beginning of this.
That's the best thing to do.
What did he do? He's like, Grant, how do you afford it? How do you get a $60 million property? I didn't use my money. It's other people's money. You know what I mean? That's other people's money. I went out there, I sold a bunch of stuff. They paid me for it, and I used that money and bought a $60 million property. That's just the name of the game. Use other people's money, and we'll teach you how to do that. So these are all reasons why we chose to write this book, right? And myself being one of the writers, along with my partner here, we made it our duty and our responsibility and our obligation to meticulously piece together this blueprint to help you on your journey to living this truly fantastic life, right? And again, this book is going to be available to you at no extra cost once you become a member with Life Designers, and it will be
before this month is over.
Yeah, we keep saying that, but I promise it's there. It's right there. It's like 2.2 seconds away. All right, let's get into credit rental really quick. And then, we'll get into one last thing and then it'll be the end of the presentation. Credit rental, right? It's a company that we have created where we're going to have an app. It's an app where you can purchase and sell trade lines right from the palm of your hand.
Like this. Boom, 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 2.2 seconds. Boom. Oh, credit.
Done. You can start designing your credit right from the palm of your hand. Those are my suppliers out there, people who have good standing accounts. You can start to sell those accounts and make money off of it. Like I said earlier, you can rent your credit and make money doing it. So if you have good standing credit accounts, like a credit card that's aged and has a nice low balance, has a nice limit, and has a good payment history, you can become what's called a trade line supplier. And what a trade line is in a nutshell, and this is a term that you guys have become familiar with during your tenure with Life Designers. It's a revolving line of credit that you've maintained extremely well and is reporting positively to the credit bureaus every month. Our company, Credit Rental, will send you money just for having good standing accounts and adding what are called authorized users, right? And what an authorized user is, for those who don't know, is an individual who's added to a cardholder's existing credit card account. Now that cardholder's good standing account is going to reflect positively on that authorized user's credit report. Your only job as a supplier is to maintain that good account and get paid for it. We send our people anywhere from $100 to $300 per user added. Some of your credit card accounts they allow you 10, 20, unlimited slots. So imagine that. If you're getting $300 per user added, you added 5 people in a month. Or 10. You know what I mean? So that's the idea. That's another stream of income for you. So let's think about this for a second.
I can pay the mortgage.
Yeah, that's a nice mortgage to have. $3,000 right there. I mean, that covers I got a nice $1 million house right there. I'm just saying. So think about this for a second, right? Imagine being a supplier that already has multiple good standing accounts. or you've gone through our process, our credit design process, and years down the road, maybe sooner, who knows? The thing is, the idea is to let these accounts age. You know, you want to have, you know, and again, if you come to the masterclass, we'll show you how to understand a credit report every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you've gone through our process years down the road, you're now immediately a supplier, right? And you can make anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month just for being responsible and keeping your accounts clean. That's why we always harp and stress. Use your credit cards. That's what they're there for. But pay them. Don't be late. Pay them. Remember, this isn't free money. When you pay them, most people forget that you're really paying yourself back, right? You're freeing up more space on your credit account. So if you have a credit card that has a $5,000 limit and it's at $4,000 right now, you're choked up. You pay that off, and that just cleared up another $4,000. So it's not like you're giving it to a credit card company. You're just paying off your debt, and now you have access to another $4,000 should you need it. So let's be mindful of keeping our accounts clean and paying them off.
And what happened is when you have a $5,000 credit limit and you used up $4,000, you know what happened to your monthly payment when that minimum payment that you should have? It ends up being like a car note payment every month. That's probably $210 every month you're paying on a $5,000 card. Do you want to pay a car note on a $5,000 credit card? No, you're giving money away. That is the craziest thing you can do.
Credit card companies, bank lenders, they live off interest. That's why they want to give people credit, because they're going to live off of your interest rate. And every month you make that monthly minimum payment, guess what happens? You're paying them interest, and you're paying this much towards your principal balance. So by the time you're done paying it, you've paid way more than what you even borrowed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just doesn't even make any sense. So anyway, that's a topic. That's a topic for another class. Life Designer Masterclass, 6:30 every Monday, Eastern time.
That's credit 101.
So when have you been rewarded like that? When have you ever been rewarded really for being this responsible? Most of the time, people receive no recognition for being good, right? They only want to point out the bad. How many of us have? I'll just edit my language here, censor my language. Bleep hole bosses that want to micromanage and point out all the bad you're doing, right? You're getting rewarded for keeping your accounts clean, and you're making money doing it.
That's a piece of
I
money.
mean, it just sounds like a solid plan if you ask me. So again, for those of you guys who are interested or know anyone who is at that point where they want to become a trade line supplier, or you are on this call that you have good standing accounts, definitely leave your information in the chat and talk to us, because we can get you set up making, you know, a decent amount of money every month or every week or however we do it. So just leave your information in the chat, and we'll talk about it. And identity IQ, right? And again, we're going to get into this, and this is something that we are super passionate about, because you have to protect your identity. You have to protect your identity.
All our clients are
have to protect your identity. All of our clients, all of our members are protected, right?
$1 million.
Your personal information is everywhere. You'll be surprised. You can probably do a Google search on yourself right now and be surprised what you come up with, right? What? How did they know I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico? What's going on here? Or maybe I never lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's going on here? So identity protection, what it does is it puts the control back in your hands, right? What they do is they use enhanced monitoring techniques that protect your credit and your identity, so you get your life back, or you maintain your life. Credit reporting, credit monitoring, identity protection, even identity theft insurance. So this right here is an actual insurance certificate. This is for one of our clients. We actually should have blocked that name out, but who has $1 million worth of identity theft insurance, right? So something should happen. Someone steals your name, and you was like, what is this? I never owned a house down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What is this here? You can be protected with their insurance. So if you lost money, they took out a loan in your name or something of that nature, you can get that money back. You're protected up to $1 million. Identity theft insurance, identity protection, identity IQ, protect yourself. So,
And that's another stream of income.
and that's another stream of income. So we've touched on the types of streams of income. We've touched on the opportunities you have. We touched on the concept. We touched on investing your money. We touched on not to waste your time, not to trade your time for money. This is all part of the multiple streams group concept. So the idea is to create passive and aggressive income. Aggressive. You want to make a decent amount of money every month. Now, again, if you're chasing the money, it's not going to come, right? But when you are living in abundance or you're setting yourself up properly, the money's going to come. You're going to see it. You're not focused on the money. You're just, building a foundation. When you're not in distress and in need of it, or at least actively stressing yourself out for the money, it's going to come. It's going to come. You'll see
It's
it.
the easiest thing that happens. And work with the universe. Do not go against the universe. The universe is your friend.
So that is the presentation. I hope I was informational enough. I know that, I kind of rushed through it, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But that's the idea. That's the idea, is to create these different streams for yourself. And again, what we do here is we show you how to get yourself set up for that. We didn't even touch on the real estate, really, what we have going on with the real estate,
And please, guys, we did this presentation and everything, but take advantage because here's what we do with the organization. Here's how we are able to make our members or constituents successful. Know that we have a pipeline. We fix people's credit, finance, we educate and things like that. So there's a bunch of people coming at us every day. So as people become part of that group, and of course you want to, you want to do it yourself. You want to bring your friends, your family members. You want to help them increase that mindset, increase that wealth and everything. Guess what? We're helping you with that. Every time somebody comes into the group to buy into the different streams of income, we're throwing them under you. We putting everybody under you. We already good. We good. I don't need to put nobody under me. I'm putting them under you. Whether it's Ryan, Frank, Blake, Jason,
Lion.
everybody.
What's up, brother?
You're not doing it on your own. Understand that. That's what makes it different from any other entity. When you go into a situation, like for instance, if it's your life before you stress like that, your job processing and just catch up like I do that and now you almost get it's not working out.
Wait, yo, Wes,
the reverberate.
we can't hear you for a minute. It got kind of blurry. The guy that unmuted his mic before to say what up, it seemed like ever since he unmuted it, now it's like I can't hear a word. It sounded like robotic.
Yeah, it does sound robotic. Yeah, I think they probably had to fix their connection.
Yeah. Something,
They logged out. They logged
Yeah,
out.
at first I thought it was me though. I'm like, oh shit, I messed up the whole channel.
Me too.
They logged out. They're gonna log back in.
How's it now?
Yeah, now you're
Yeah,
good.
perfect.
Now you're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know why that happens sometimes. It's weird.
You heard nothing I said.
Nah. After you said what's up, I ain't hear nothing after that.
What was I saying?
I don't even remember. But guys, listen, I'm going to excuse myself. I have an event to go to in the city. It's another opportunity to create a multiple stream of income. So thank you guys for joining us. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Frank, we're going to talk.
But yo, Wes, could I ask?
No, talk. I'm here. I'm going to be here. Still.
Come on.
I want to hear y'all questions. I want to hear what you guys got going on. I want to hear how you want to get involved because it's the easiest thing to get involved with. And over time, this is going to bring you up. So I want to hear you guys. So how you guys feel about this whole structure?
My brother, I'll talk to you. Guys, I'll talk to you later. Frank, hit me up later on.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. What you got, Frank? You feel like you had some something to say.
Yeah. I was wondering because Mario touched on something. He said, when it comes to the credit repair and everything, he said he doesn't want to say it's like a guarantee. He said he want to say it's almost a perfect situation, but you have to have, depending on if you have a couple of other things in place, I was wondering what's those other things that you should have in place at that time to help you be more productive, you know, when that
Okay.
time arises.
So when Mario says that, it's like, yeah, it's a number of factors. One, okay, now you got good credit. Most people don't know what to do with good credit. They're saying, okay, I need credit maybe to get a car, house, not knowing that you can live a whole entire lifestyle with credit and really change the whole world around. So now we're talking about having that mindset. What are you going to do with that? Or even educating yourself on different opportunities, because we help you open up that resource where now if I tap into your credit, it's like having gold and oil in the backyard of your credit. Think about that. If you can tap into that, let's say you work, you make $50,000 a year, and I know we can get you up to $100,000, right? So let's say hypothetically, we just got you $100,000. Now we help you organize your whole lifestyle. Maybe you want to pay your bills for the next 6 months to a year, where you're not even thinking about your bills anymore, and you're not even stressed out about life anymore. Now your brain is opened up. Now you become more creative because nothing is blocking you from getting there. So now we help you not only organize your finance, we help you get into the different streams of income that's going to back you up to even pay back these loans and lines of credit that you just acquired. That's what we're talking about. Not only organizing your credit and with the credit design, we're going to organize your finance and create a financial design as well. And we're going to put you together with financial advisors that's going to create that financial roadmap for you to keep you to make sure you stay in that direction of opportunity, of wealth, and abundance. You get what I'm saying? So when he said it's a few factors, that factor is really just you are willing to train your brain, to really educate yourself, to make sure that you know what you're doing, you know what's in front of you, because I can show you opportunities all day. You and I can look at two screens. I'm seeing blah, but you're seeing $1 million.
Yeah.
When you educate yourself, you do that self-education. Self-education is the biggest education you can give yourself. It's bigger than college, school education, whatever. Like no one can give you that. It costs money to educate yourself like anything else, but it's also the cheapest way if you know how to go about it. But once you're in that space, you can tap into that resource. Let's say you got $100,000, and let's say you got a guy that's been doing real estate for 20 years and he knows what he's doing, and we pair you up with this guy. You put $20,000 up, let's say, to be a part of that whole investment group. Next thing you know, he's flipping that. Now you're doubling up the money. It may take 3 months, 6 months, but now you got that money working. You got that money working. And of course, we have these opportunities that we just mentioned to you. Maybe you didn't have the money before to invest in some of these things, but now you do. So you start organizing your lifestyle, and over time, these things will make you money. And the whole idea also is to build your network within the network. Our network, if you're part of that system, the plan is you don't want to get to the top by yourself. Me and Mario and our whole entire family, and even our members and our constituents, we get to the top together. So it's always fun. It's always good energy. When you're doing it by yourself, it's even if you have the financing and this and that, it becomes a struggle, because sometimes you get to a point where you lack creativity like them, and you need to piggyback on other people's ideas and concepts. You get what I'm saying? So now when you have great, intelligent, and great minds with you, whether the entrepreneurs, business owners, and people that's been in the game, are part of a structure that have a track record of making people lots of money, you want to be a part of that train. Because
you're basically you're doubling, you're tripling, you're quadrupling your brain power. And, opportunities.
You educating yourself all the way through. See, all the stuff that we talked about, all that stuff is in our brain. And you see how we're able to spit it out like that? We want everybody to be on that same path, to become exactly what we're doing. Because once you're there and you're talking to people and they see you moving a certain way, and you're talking to them and it's coming out like that, they trust you more now. They see something in you, and that's powerful. And that's how you build your network. That's how you build your network. What we got, Ryan, what you got out of this, Ryan? And what else? We got more questions on Frank?
Nah, I ain't got no questions.
Ryan, all that stuff happening, you got no questions?
The credit rental. Let's
Yeah.
say someone is they're eligible, they become a renter of their credit or whatever, and you sign up some people in their slots. Let's say if some of those people in their slots, their credit, they fall off later on, does that affect the actual renter?
No.